Hey there, it's CJ Willie and I'm cracking a pack. Today is pack number 6 in the Magic the Gathering Core Set 2014 Fat Pack Bingo. Check out my preview video for the explanation on how the Core Set 2014 Fat Pack Bingo will work. I've added the link to that preview video in the description below. So we're getting down to the wire. There's only 3 more packs left, and as you can see with our bingo card, things are not looking good. The only thing so far to even talk about is we've gotten one Shadowborn Apostle. If we get a second one, then I can mark that square off. I'm hoping to mark off one of these other squares, and then at least I'll have 2 bingo squares marked off, the free and whichever else is there. So we're down to these last 3 packs. This bingo isn't working out so well. Kind of disappointing a little bit. Thinking at least on some of these be able to hit at least one of the bingo squares. So here we've got pack 6, and then we've got the other 4 packs left to go. So I mean, really hoping to be able to get something. If we don't get bingo or even fill out one of the squares, I mean, I'm gonna have to see if there's another fat pack out there to try Fat Pack Bingo. Okay, so let's get to cracking pack number 6. As usual, as I go through the cards, when I'm done, or as I'm going through the cards, it's going to be mainly a casual perspective. I'm a very, very casual Magic the Gathering player. If you want to call it tabletop or kitchen top Magic. So anyway, here we go. First card is Negate. So we've seen Negate, I think, maybe one time in a previous pack. As I've said before, I'm a big fan of Negate and love playing blue. For 2 mana, 1 and a blue, it's an instant. You can counter target non-creature spell. I run Negate in quite a few of my decks. All right. Next card is Naturalize. For 2 mana, 1 and a green, instant. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. I've run Naturalize in some of my green decks. There are some cheaper options, though, in green. I don't mind having Naturalize as an instant to destroy either an artifact or a bothersome enchantment. Next card, here we are, I guess, 3rd card in a row with Mana Cost 2, Zephyr Charge. For 1 and a blue enchantment, you can pay 1 and a blue and target creature gains flying until end of turn. Yeah, I'm not very big on this enchantment. I think we've talked about it previously. I suppose in a blue-green deck where I've got some big fatties on the ground, I can pay 2 blue and get them up in the air to attack or to block. Though I think that there are other cards that have a little bit more utility. One that was just printed in Theros Beyond Death. I think it was Wings of Hubris. So it's a relatively cheap artifact. You put it on the battlefield. If I remember right, you pay 1 mana and attach to a creature. That creature has flying. So a little bit cheaper method to give, a big fatty flying. Okay, next card, Sentinel Sliver. Here we are continuing the 2 mana theme. 1 and a white sliver. Sliver creatures you control have vigilance. So that seems to be like a pretty good card in the Sliver deck, having the ability to attack and then stay back on defense. I would guess this is probably a common. I'm thinking that maybe has a little bit of value. I know we're looking for another Shadowborn Apostle. Sentinel Sliver is a 50-cent card, so it appears to be the 2nd most valuable card common in the set. Finally, we break out of the 2 mana cards. Hunt the Weak. 4 mana, 3 and a green, sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, then that creature fights target creature you don't control. I don't really put this in too many casual decks, but in just a casual draft, I have used Hunt the Weak. It's a great piece of removal for green. Makes your big creature bigger, and more than likely your creature is going to remain on the battlefield and take care of an opponent's creature. Demolish. I'm not even going to spend time on Demolish. 4 mana, 3 and a red, sorcery, destroy target artifact or land. This is a poop card. I don't play it. Don't even like it. Root Walla, 3 mana, 2 and a green. You get a lizard that's a 2/2. You can pay 1 and a green, and Root Walla gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. So your Root Walla is going to be a 5/5. It's a little overcosted as a vanilla creature. You know, even current sets, we see a 2/2 with this ability. Even a common, uncommon gets beefed a little bit more. So there's a lot of other cheaper costed creatures that are good for casual decks over Root Walla. Show of Valor. We're back to the 2 mana, 1 and a white, instant. Target creature gets +2/+4 until end of turn. Yeah, I mean, it's going to give a creature a bigger butt, make it survive combat, may not give it enough power to kill the other creature. I think that there are a lot of better instants in white for a single mana or even 2 mana that do more than just +2/+4. Maybe it gives it hexproof or sorry, not hexproof, protection, or gives it first strike or some sort of other ability that makes it a bit more useful to play. I think on our last pack we looked at Deathgaze Cockatrice, 2 and 2 black, 2/2 flyer with Death Touch. You know, it's not something I play in a current deck, but if I end up getting a place out of it, you know, it's a flyer that's going to block both up in the air and down on the ground and kill anything that it battles, unless that other creature has Indestructible. Cancel, 1 and 2 blue, you get an instant counter target spell. I've played plenty of cancels in my time as well. Counterspell, you know, is limited in format and tends to be a little bit more expensive. There are some, you know, cheaper options like Negate or Essence Scatter. But usually those have a drawback. I do like some of the uncommon cancel variations like Dissipate, Dissolve, some of the more recent ones that have been printed that give you an added ability on top of just countering that spell. So usually I'll play those over cancel, like Void, Shatter. Just gives a little bit extra oomph than the basic cancel. Our next, our first uncommon is Opportunity. 6 mana, 4 and 2 blue. It's an instant. Target player draws 4 cards. I really like Opportunity. In a lot of my blue control decks, it's great to have and play on your opponent's end step. Maybe they didn't play anything, you could counter. It's a great way just to play it and draw 4 more cards, refill your hand, and be ready to counter their next stuff. I really like Opportunity. I think it's a great card. You know, me like playing blue, me like playing, you know, blue cards that draw me cards or counter stuff. Windstorm, pay X generic and a green. It's an instant. Windstorm deals X damage to each creature with flying. So I don't play this too much because usually I'm the person in our play group of 4 that plays flyers, plays white-blue flyer decks. And so I'm usually not having to play this because most of the decks in the group that we play don't feature flyers as much as I do. So I hate seeing this because some of my friends, when they're playing their green decks, specifically I put in 1 or 2 copies of Windstorm so they can get rid of my spirits. So it kind of annoys me. So it's more of a, you know, kind of play it when you have it or when you're going to play against someone that plays a lot of blue. Our final uncommon is Blessing. So 2 white mana, enchant aura, enchant creature. You can pay 1 white, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Yeah, I don't like this. I know it's kind of like a fire breathing, if you will, for white. But playing 2 white and then it doesn't do anything until you have white available to pump it is a little slow for me. I prefer in white using enchantments that get my creature up in the air or give my creature some other sort of ability like first strike, protection, vigilance, giving it kind of this fire breathing ability while it's sitting on the ground and having no other evasion kind of makes it a non-starter. All right, can we hit a bingo square? This is pack number 6. We've only got 3 more after this. Let's see if we can hit a bingo square. Nope. 6 packs in a row with nothing. Bogbrew Witch, 4 mana, 3 and a black, human wizard. It's a 1/3. You can pay 2 generic, tap it, search your library for a card named Festering Newt, which we haven't gotten in this fat pack, or Bubbling Cauldron, which we also haven't got back in this fat pack. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. No, I'm out on this. I remember I had one of the friends in the play group tried to build around this sort of a deck. It just couldn't work. It was just slow and dirtily, and they usually ended up dying before they assembled all the pieces. No, I'm not a fan of Bog Brew Witch. And we've got ourselves a plains and not even a token, but a stupid ad card that's kind of bent right there on the end. So for me, this is an easy best card or favorite card out of the pack. I think the best card in this pack is Opportunity. Obviously, a blue deck, this card is awesome. Allows you to play it on your opponent's end step, refill your hand. Heck, I've even main phased this just because I needed to dig for some cards. And although I might, suffer a little bit on my opponent's turn, when it comes back to me, I'm ready to go. So I definitely love Opportunity. I think it's a great card. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please subscribe and share. Take some time to tell me in the comment section what was your favorite or best card out of the pack. Until next time, when I crack pack number 7 in Magic the Gathering Core Set 2014 Fat Pack Bingo. Let's hope we can finally get a bingo square.